Hey everybody, welcome to episode 14B. I was having I lost my internet connection in the last episode, so it definitely got prematurely cut off. But I'm just going to keep things going here. So yeah, let's see. I kept talking for a little bit. Basically, my point was I was looking at these people and trying to figure out which one would be a good grounds for comparison. And I don't remember where I cut off, but I was playing around with this and showing them. Not really sure the point of that, but let's get back into it. Oh yeah. Deck. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember what I was doing. I was going on a rant about the page views and the percentages. So I was thinking, this morning I was driving and I was thinking about how the percents kind of suck because the percent shares, because no one really knows what 0.0001% means. That's not really something to get our head around. But the whole reason I want to use percents is because it normalizes right across variation of days. So it's like an accurate representation. But I decided actually that there's a way to still use page views, but have it be normalized. So I'm actually going to go do that now, I think, real quick. So let me open up the data processing. Yeah, I was trying to push this changes up. Okay. So what I want to do is pretty simple. I'm just going to call it adjusted page views. So we know, right, if we have 0.001% for one day and 0.001 for another day, those are the exact same thing in terms of shares, but the page views could be whatever, 500 and 520, which is not the same. But I figured I want to use page views because that's something that people will understand. So I'm going to create adjusted page views, which I'm pretty down with. I think this is going to be fair enough. Basically, I'm going to figure out what the average page views for our whole sample time frame is on Wikipedia. So let's first do that, and then kind of scale the percentages accordingly. So calling it adjusted page views, which means they didn't actually maybe get, let's pretend, going back to that example, say is 500 and 0.001 here is 520. When I compute the adjusted page views, it actually might end up being 510. That's not how this works, but so you'll see that although the real page views was 500, the adjusted page views was 510. So it basically puts, because it's based on the percents here, so it'll allow us to equally compare page views, even though those weren't the actual page views that day, right? They're close, but not exactly right. So I'm gonna try that. So then I can actually use page views. And that's my whole point. Or at least have the ability to use page views if I want. So to do that, when I get the people page views, I'm just going to add another column, which we'll have, because I think when we spit this out, if we look at output folder here, sorry, that's exploration output, people page views. We have share, because I'm calculating that in here. We will also add a new column, adjusted pages, or views adjusted, I think I'll call it. So we got people page views. So the first thing we need is the average. I'm just gonna use the median. It's gonna be we'll have 1,000 days, so it should be as I run this a couple more times, it basically should be unchanged. So const median wiki page view. Ooh. Used to be white, and now it's interesting. Okay, so median wiki page views will be media page view data dot map dot I totally forget what everything looks like. Views. So that just gets views, and then we want to compute the median of that. v3.median. There we go. Views. So then when I calculate share, all right, filler, this need to be views adjusted. All. And then let's see, where am I calculating share? We also want to just throw in views adjusted, which is going to be, let's just round it. Views. Oh, views must already be a number. What was I doing that before? How is any of that numbers? Huh. Well, let's see. Where's clean? Oh, because that's coming in as JSON. But get wiki views isn't, that's troubling. Huh. Well, I'm going to explicitly make sure that's a number. All right, views adjusted will be median wiki pages. All right, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and run doing the whole thing. And actually, I'm bidding by 2. I actually want to bin by, I'm bidding by 48 hours. I also want to try a 72-hour bin. So let's see where I do that. Let's see. And actually, I want to change this logic. So I don't think it even makes sense to have the I think the week should always start. So I'm actually going to do that. The week should always start on the day of death. So const. Yeah, let's try that. And then where else do I do? Stats. Oh shoot, I do it in a bunch of places. Bin to. This was not a good way to do it. Oh well. Stats is population. Into population is prepare explore. Gotta add that here. I think something might break, but I think we could be okay. Let's see what happens. Reduce. Remember, do the whole thing, update to the latest, which is today. I'm just gonna watch this real quick, make sure this is ticking off. Okay, we're good. Let's let that run for a little while. While it's running, we can go back over to our front end here. Okay. So let's see. What would I want to do next? Well, I'm gonna have to load in some data, that's for sure. I'm right now. I'm just gonna, I think, load in all of our page view data, just so I have it. I'm totally maybe not gonna need it, but again, we'll streamline the web data eventually. Actually, I might as well start creating a running issues of running list of issues. So it's no, that's going to be the thing I need to do. Re-enable footer and analytics. Let's start there. All right. So, well, we're not going to have our data for a little while because that's rerunning everything. Let me get the JavaScript started to set up. And actually, let's see. All right, so we know there's going to be a couple of discrete sections. So let's go ahead and do that. Section ID equals on this section. How big a deal? How long do we care for? What is the lasting impact? How big a deal? A big deal. And then the next section is going to be call it how long. Actually, what? How big? How long? How long? Need the house. Big, long, lasting. Whatever. Are those going to be good names for me? ID. That's a big deal. Here. Cool. So each of these, I'm going to create a partial. So weird to me now. No, I'm going to call it magnitude. Magnitude. Or no, it's putting it in perspective. I'm going to change these like 100 times. I hate this. Care. And in fact, it's going to complain because I haven't created those files yet. So let's go ahead and perspective. care. Care, perspective, impact. Oh, it's still giving me an error. Impact. It doesn't like impact. Does that look fine? Oh. All right. So there should be nothing in those, which is correct. Let's put something in them. Perspective. No, I'm not going to use H1. I'm going to use like an H3. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be using full with stuff, so I don't want to mess with that. Let's go to our style. Section head. X with column with margin 0 auto. I'm going to be doing scrolly filling here, so we're going to want, I guess, what method am I going to use? If class equals. Section is scroll. It's perspective. It's a bullet scrolling telling. I'll namespace it. So inside of here, I'll call it scroll graphic, and I'll have scroll pros. Let's go to scroll. I think I'll use scrollama. Might use interview, but I think I'll use scrollama. I'm calling it scroll text. All right, let's install it and check on this. It's still rolling. So let's see. I like to debug things visually to start. So let's see. Perspective.style. Perspective. Artificial height on it so you can see it. Okay, and text. Not any text yet. Let's see. So what are our steps here? Actually, that's it's up there. All right. Perspective. No, I could. No, I don't like nesting that much. Cool. So now we've got the scroll graphic and we have the scroll text, which has the steps and the p tag inside of it. All good. Hold on, got a text. Okay. Scroll text, p tag, margin 0. Let's see. We're gonna do sticky position. Yeah, probably. So scroll graphic, sticky, 0. Do anything yet because there's nothing below there. I should also import the sticky fill library. Oh no, we got an error. Pin3 data is not defined. Okay, so we'll pick it up with stats. So let's see. Let's go again. I'm bouncing around between things right now. Stats. What was there? C3.meeting. Pin3 data, right. Oh. And just go left. All right, we got up to 88 people. Hey, it looks like everything worked. So actually, let's go ahead and copy that, right? For now, yeah, let's just copy that same data over from Explorer to the web folder, which is /document, or wait, it's not pudding /project/ Wiki Death / source assets data. Oops. Oh, is that that folder not exist yet? There we go. Cool. So now we should have data available. Oh, we got it all. Let's go ahead and start bringing that stuff in. All right. So in graphic.js, this is all I have going on. I want to separate each little chart into its own file. Let's actually create. What? Rename this. An entry.js. I need to import that. Perspective. Awesome. Probably. So for now, I'm going to load the data in here. I have a feeling, I don't know what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll load it and then pass it to all the graphics when they initialize if they're reusing it. If I'm going to make data bound to like custom tailored to a specific chart, then I'll probably load it within here. So no need to overthink things yet. So on init, we'll just call this load data function. Load data. Which for now we'll simply do d3.load data. I'm using Jetpack, so load data is an actual function. Let's see. Load people, or what's it? Called people, and we'll also load page views bin 2 for now. Pages. And const. Okay, let's see if that loads data. Nope. Assets data, pages in 2 is not defined. Oops. Here we go. We've got our people, which have a shit ton of stuff in it now. Yeah, because we have all the things. It's way too much data. And then we've got pages. And this is binned. And it's nice, right? We've got the indexed binning, and we also have the timestamp if we want to do it that way as well. Cool. So I think in exploration, do I still have a cleaning function so I can just reuse this? Let's see. So the nice thing about doing exploration in JavaScript is I can just reuse some stuff. So let's say function. And then the other data we have is page view data. And let's see this blood. People data. Okay, so this should be a little cleaner now with numbers. Just realized I don't have that new data that I wanted, which was adjusted, whatever. Let's see where that got lost in the mix, eh? Should have been this file. That's not a good value. That's not what we were going for, man. Bummer. Okay, that's why you always test things. Fuse adjusted. Oh, divided. It's multiplied by. And it's not the views. I'm all over the place here. It's the share. if necessary. It's doing the same thing. It's a little. Okay. Damn, gotta run that again. Then let's see if that existed. So let's see what happened. Bin, it must have got lost in the binning. Yep, sure did. Wait, how do I calculate this? All right, so dang. Okay. Try again. Let's actually, let me check to see. Ah, shit. Everything is 0. Oh. Share. Here. That's right. Okay. So the median is 251 million. That sounds exactly right. So that's fine. Share should be fine. Use. Use adjusted. Oh my god, I did it again. Okay. Let's start it from the top. All right. Pretty confident that this should be right now. There we go. And perfect. Like it was pretty much exactly there. And now you can see it's a little bit different. Awesome. Okay. Well, we gotta wait for that to come through before we can work with the data again. But all right, we got our data clean and loaded. That's all good. Let me also add in, this will eventually be a thing. All right, so what's the first thing I need to do? Well, I need to set this whole situation up. So this is going to be an SVG based operation because I'm going to be doing some line stuff. So let's see here. Let's go to perspective HBS. We have our SVG in there. Let's see. G, which will have everything. G-biz. I will have G-access. Let's create some selectors. Const container perspective. Called section. Then we've got const. Actually, I like to use the $sign. Section dot select. Saved a bunch of those variables. Let's go ahead and create a setup chart function. And what am I going to do here? Not too sure, really. Let's just save this to make sure it's still good. Cool. No, I'm gonna set up the score. I gotta think first. So we're gonna import a few things. Import comma yes. All right, let me think about what our steps are going to be. So the first thing, I'm just going to kind of create some text. First step is going to be like, let's see, it's going to start with maybe, I wonder if I should start with the context first, like Cardi B. Start with someone famous. I like to name my steps. All right, so it'll show that, and then actually it won't be the last 30 days. It'll be like, here is some color commentary here, like she averages for 50,000 views a day. How do you use a little tilde? How do you spell Beyonce? Did I have it wrong? Beyonce. Beyonce. Oops, yes. All right, so like we'll show that line, then we'll show maybe even show her like album. I don't think I'm not normalizing. Ooh, should I normalize the data? No, I'm not. I'm doing this over here. All right. This one is going to be, let's go with the print route for now. It's so let's see, I'm going to add some stuff to myself. No, I don't need this. Spike, I'll say something like, actually, it's not that, it's really, so then we're going to have to say like, So we've got the context with Cardi B, we've got the prints before, we've got the print spike, and we're actually not going to do the after because that's the remainder of the story. The next thing we're going to do is fade in all the other people. Like even lesser known people still get crazy high pages. Okay. I think that's about right. 4 kind of steps. And then there's kind of optionally 2 more steps, I think, if I was remembering. Let's see. Scale change. Fit in the rest of the people. Oh yeah, and these are like, yeah, I could do this. I don't know if I want to do that much less scroll time. Because then we're like shifting it to more of like this listicle view, and then just all this would, I suppose, do is rescale. That probably will work better as a table because we're talking about 88 people. That's a lot of vertical space. Okay. Let's bring that copy in. Oops, wrong one. Okay, cool. This looks like it finished. So now we see all that text, which is cool. Let's also log out that new data now. Hopefully these adjusted are in there. Log out data. That's how you log out data. I hate when I do so wrong. Gosh darn it. Who's adjusted? Who's adjusted? All right, well, I'm not going to let you sit through another one of these, so I think I'm going to call it in a second. I'll make sure this is running. Actually, no, we'll make sure it's running first, and then I'll rerun it. I'll take a break. So curious where it fell apart because it looked like the data was logging out for people page use. Okay, so we have that. That's good. We don't have to rerun that section. So it must have just been in the bin, but that's where it broke when I rewrote the bin script. Views adjust. No, it has views adjusted there. Makes sense. They look very similar to views. Let's check them all. Wait, does that actually make sense? 3, 100, 108. Yep. Oh, wait. Okay. So that's not the problem. Let's go back to README. Filter population. Add details. Wouldn't be in there either. Being prepare, I think. Oh, bananas. Just forgot. What is that even? Oh. All right. It should be in there now. Hey, look at that. All right, let's call it a day. Thanks, everybody. Or not a day. I'll be back on in a little bit.